So the thought that comes to mind as you're talking about that is transparent communication has never been more important than it is now. Because if you're in a position as an employer to allow people to be out of office a little more, it's imperative that the lines of communication are constant and that the communication is so clear that there are no misunderstandings of what, quote unquote, the rules are. And the other piece of that is the culture of an organization. I know at, at, at your firm, you're very big on a team culture and a sense of teamwork, and you work really hard at that and actually make time within a week, a day, whatever, to have everybody get together so that you can build team. But I suspect that you have to work at it a little harder when things are more fluid, and culture is important. And in many respects, those are two of the reasons we decided to write The Law Firm Revolution. One was the whole work-life balance, which you felt was compromised much of the time in law firms, particularly small ones, but larger ones too. And the other is culture. If it's all rules, you detract from culture, and people don't feel as valued. They don't feel that they're a part of a larger whole. So there are many things that have come up that we all have had to look at anew.
Right. And ever since we wrote the book, I have was blessed again to go to a very large firm in New Jersey. And so I got that perspective. And, frankly, I think that they have challenges that the small firms don't. And I believe that attorneys are now assessing what type of lifestyle they want. Do they want to be, let's just say, a number and be part of that larger engine, more of a cruise ship? Or do you want to be more of a speedboat or a yacht where you can make quicker turns and, have your voice heard a little bit more and not have to put as much effort in, I believe. So I think there's numerous things from an employee or employer standpoint that after COVID, that our book, I think, hits on, but it goes deeper now, right? And so I think before we were focused on with the Law Firm Revolution, how we can help law firms, how we can help attorneys to be more productive. But now, ever since COVID, it's become more of an individual conversation where it's, well, how do we help these organizations and individuals, but truly from a comprehensive standpoint, incorporating their personal lives and designing their life as a whole versus looking at them as just an attorney.
I think that the goal of incorporating personal lives, I jotted that down. That's interesting and important that that's come to the forefront. I'm not so sure that that's new for your firm, because from the time we first met, it was very clear that you and Eric were determined to make the law firm a family. It was work, no question. You were accomplishing important things. You had to be structured and organized to serve clients. But there was definitely the whole family kind of feel of the culture. It was always important for everyone to gel so that they felt that they were contributing to the whole. You now are going deeper with it, perhaps, but it's interesting that you feel that others, even in large firms, and I'm glad you brought up your tour of duty at a large firm, even in large firms, people are forced to look at. A lot of the lawyers I know, particularly those in large firms, but even small firms of solo practitioners, they're working some long hours. And I've had a few lawyers say to me, I love the law, but I'm feeling as if I'm getting swallowed up. You know, it begs the question, is that all there is? Or is there something I can do to infuse it with something that will give me greater satisfaction?
Right, and that's the challenge that I felt attorneys always